The White House is open for business. President Trump and Melania Trump have reopened the White House for public tours. Imagine that. They said they're cleaning up the place and making it better than ever. Elon Musk gave a talk to world leaders this week about government efficiency. He said we have a large number of people working with antiquated office equipment to accomplish practically nothing. He said eliminating people from non-productive jobs in government and sending them back to the private sector to be productive will be a boom to the economy. When Jackie Kennedy was first lady, she cleaned up the White House, and so did Nancy Reagan. They were both criticized for it. Jackie Kennedy got into a spat with the White House procurement team over the use of original source materials or more elegant materials in France. When Jackie Kennedy returned to the private sector, she suddenly found an interest in the oil industry and later hit the jackpot with a hookup with Templeton Funds. Why be unproductive in government when you can be productive in the private sector? Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. We're hearing a lot about government efficiency, but what about the counter narrative that government has to do things we don't want to do, like delivering the mail to remote locations, providing essential services for people who can't afford them, and keeping the world safe at night? We can't do everything in the private sector, and not everything can be done efficiently. But Elon Musk has a point, and it resonates with 70% of Americans, both Republican and Democrat. It resonates from our perspective in the private sector that things must be done well and for profit. Republicans have long balked at all government spending and have worked really hard to get rid of it. Starting in the 1990s, they got rid of revenue sharing, which took money from wealthy states and redistributed it to the poorer states. That set in motion the initiative by Democrats to get money back to states that needed it through programs, essentially appropriating money from the wealthy states and giving it to the poor states. But then the wealthy states wanted to get in on the programs and get a part of the action. It set in motion pretty much what we have today. After Elon Musk and his team finish their work, we're going to be left with the original dilemma. We have 25 wealthy states and 25 poor states. It's the law of percentages and averages. The White House gets run down and shabby looking after a short time, and then someone comes along and cleans it up. So if you average it out, most of the time it's a pretty nice looking dump. Prince Charles said as much when he visited the White House in 1970. So how can we see it all differently? See states as individual places instead of statistics, and people as people and not as a number. Elon has an answer to that. He says with artificial intelligence, productivity will skyrocket to the point that we will no longer need money. Money is used to arbitrate the scarcity of resources and materials. And with AI, we will essentially have no lack of anything we need and want. God's creation is a reflection of his desire for us. 100 years ago, people thought of beings from another world as angels, and now we call them space aliens. Many of us balk at technology as the work of the devil. But 100 years ago, people would have thought a smartphone was a gift from God. We need to start seeing things in a new way. Go ahead, visit the White House, see it as a gift from God, and the people in it, perhaps they're not angels, but they're not the devil either. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I'll include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation and look forward to seeing you very, very soon.